Hi, first grade parents. I just wanted to reach out to you for a couple things. Number one, make sure that you are looking in your first grader's B book. Make sure each night that you check the red folder part. There's papers that come home sometimes. Also, make sure you take a look at the behavior journal. It's very helpful to me if you initial that you saw it for the day, then I know that you're seeing how your child did. If there's an issue or something I think you should know about, I will write it in there. Otherwise, everything's usually good and super. In case you need to communicate something to me, you can write it in there. So I do look at it every day, but I hope that you will look at it every day and just initial or check off in some way that you saw it. So I know you're looking at it every day. And that B-book should come back and forth to school every day. Um, the kids are getting really used to putting it in their desk, and then I usually put their papers in it. I will say I don't separate their papers into what stays at home and what comes back to school, just because I don't have that time to do that. I usually just stick it in all on one side and let you look at it at home. Something else, I want you to check out my screen. So everyone's doing great with their at-home learning. I know it's not the best situation, but it is going very well, and I'm seeing great work. You're getting the hang of the OG. One thing I want to point out on OG. So if I click on our lesson, I know that these cards, your first grader might say, I've already done these. It is very important to go through each slide. Even this one that I'm showing right now, this is phonemic awareness. We call this ear games. And this is so important in developing reading skills, them listening and doing the things back into the screen. That's so helpful. We do this at school. Something else, this blending activity right here, this is so important. We do this at school, but this is important on learning a concept called open syllables right here, where the vowel is on the end, and then when we bring in our closed syllables, it's helping us blend words and learn how to read. So I know the easy thing would be to just skip to that OG part where the kids do the writing. But please make sure that your first grader is going through and listening to each of these slides, because this is all part of the OG lesson. Also, make sure I always do the recorded reading here first of our passage, and then there's a place where your child is to hit the microphone and read this back to me. So when you hit the add response and you're in with all the slides, they should be doing that. So just wanted to make sure, because I can tell when we do things here whether a kid has been doing the slides. I can see if they're able to tap and do the tapping out of the sounds with me. So it's kind of noticeable whether they're doing all the slides or just getting to that OG part. And that OG writing part is important, but this whole entire thing is OG. This whole entire thing is learning our reading skills. So just don't rush through the slides, and make sure your child's watching them and doing it with them. It's way better to watch these slides than to go, say, do a video game. So this is part of their learning. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to tell you. I think those were the most important things. Making sure you're going through each of the slides for the assignment, letting them watch, even if it's an example video or a teacher doing anything. Make sure they watch that before they do the actual lesson part. Keep doing what you're doing. Everything's going great. What I'm seeing on my end. If you have any questions, please let me know. Next week, we will introduce some new things, and next week for Monday, I will send out through Seesaw a new newsletter that updates you on skills. But since we're supposed to have everyone together next week, we will be introducing a couple new things for them to do, some writing and language things, and then on Wednesdays they will be doing it. So look for that, and let me know if you have any questions.